Okay, we're taking a look at geometric series here, and we're talking about convergence. So let's think about this one for a minute. It says, for a geometric series, if r, the common ratio, and we're talking about the absolute value of r, is less than 1, then we can say the series converges to a over 1 minus r. All right, that's the sum. That's how you calculate the sum. However, if the common ratio is greater than or equal to 1, then we say the series diverges. So we're going to look at two examples here, and we're going to first identify the a value, that first initial value, and then we're going to identify the common ratio, and we're going to make a statement about whether or not it converges. And if it converges, we'll find out what it converges to. So let's take a look here. I'm going to say, well, the initial value here, a equal 1. The common ratio, it appears, is 1/10, because you have 1 and then you have 3/10, then 3/10 squared. All right. So the common ratio appears here to be 3/10. I'm not sure if I said 1/10, but it's 3/10. Okay. So each subsequent step increases by a factor of 3/10. All right. So that's what makes this one a geometric series. So here it is, 3/10. All right. Well, what can I say about the common ratio r? It is less than 1. Therefore, I can make the conclusion that this one here indeed converges. So that's one of the first answers. All right. It converges. Now, the question is, what does it converge to? So we use the formula a over 1 minus r. And that is to say 1 divided by 1 minus, in this case, 3/10. So 1 over 10 out of 10 minus 3 out of 10. So let me just write that 10 out of 10 here, because 10 out of 10 is 1. So 1 over 7/10. So I always tell my students when dividing fractions, remember to KFC. That is, keep the first, flip the second, and change the sign from division to multiplication. We are left with 10 out of 7. And that is the sum here for this convergent geometric series. All right, 10 out of 7. So let's take a look at another final example here. We're looking at 1/6 plus 1/6 squared plus 1/6 cubed plus 1/6 to the 4th, and so forth and so on. So we are looking at our initial value, and it's just 1/6. It's just 1/6. The common ratio, though, also appears to be 1/6. So again, we make this statement that the common ratio is still less than 1. Therefore, this series converges, and we can find its sum. All right, what do we get? What do we get? We have 1 over 6, which is a, divided by 1 minus r, 1 minus 1/6. So this right here is 6 out of 6. We have 1 out of 6 divided by 6 out of 6 minus 1 out of 6 divided by 5 out of 6. And so again, KFC, 1 out of 6 times 6 out of 5. What are we left with? 1/5. All right, this right here representing the sum of our convergent series. So as always, I hope this video was helpful. And remember, like and subscribe.